Hi, I'm Bill Reichert. I'm the Atlanta Area Director with CMDA, and I am here in Port-au-Prince, Haiti with Don and Carol Shaffer, and we are here for one of the GASO trips serving here in mid-June. I wanted just them to speak a little bit about their experience and why they do what they do. And first of all, let me just introduce Don Shaffer is an oncologist at Keystone Hospital, and Carol Shaffer has served as a pharmacist at St. Joe's. Let me start with you, Don. You've been to a lot of different places, Nepal, Honduras, Middle East, and elsewhere. Why do you keep coming to these trips? What draws you back time after time to serve in these ways?
Well, there's a lot of answers to that question, but the most important is just being able to give back to people who can't give to you, just to give away something. But also feel that's important you do integrate this with local ministries, because I mean, as much as we want to give and help, what we give doesn't do much unless people fall up on the ground. And that's been a trademark of the GHO teams and trips.
Yeah. And one of the distinctive things about you both is that you get to serve it together as a married couple. Yeah. Carol, I want you to speak about that. What's one of the advantages and the blessings that you've seen being able to do these trips together?
Well, it's such a blessing because the things that Don experiences and tries to come home and tell me about, I get to experience with him. When he describes something to me, I know what he's talking about. I've seen the people, I've felt what he has felt, the sadness of what people are challenged by, the lack of the poor living conditions, and just the experiences together of the teamwork, hearing God stories together is something you can't really explain to somebody back home fully unless you've experienced it with them. So it's wonderful as a relationship to do that together.
That's great. And even though you both are have medical background, that is, these trips don't necessarily necessitate that. People can bring their spouses and family members and serve in logistical ways, and so there is real opportunity to serve as families and couples on many of these trips. Let me ask you to kind of speak to those who might be watching the video who might have thought, hey, this is something I'm interested in, but have had maybe reluctance. Speak to just maybe some considerations as they would be thinking through this trip. Why should they go? Why should they consider serving on a trip such as this?
Well, I can speak to that because the first trip that I went on, which was about 10 years ago, radically changed my life. Just the way I see God work, the way God spoke to my heart, and it stripped away all that we think is important in America. And it's amazing how God's working around the world, and I want to see God work, and I would like to have the privilege of being part of that. And God is working in countries, even closed countries. It is not still, and it's amazing what He's doing. And I just want to be part of that. I can't wait to go next trip.
Yeah.
And I keep talking a long time, sorry.
That's fine. Well, most likely, God willing, we'll be back here in Port-au-Prince again and again. This is an area of the world that is not just, we can't just drop in once in a while and expect it to help in a significant way without a long-term commitment. And it's a dire need, as you've seen, and as many of you have seen maybe on the news. And so we're likely to be back again. And so consider joining with us maybe next June here, or Honduras, or Africa, or the Middle East. And there are plenty of places to serve and plenty of places to be able to use your skills. So thanks, Don and Carol, for sharing with us just a little bit about what God's done in your life and why you're a part of these trips. Thanks, brother.
Thanks, Bill.
All right.